what's your favorite team, Taya?
Well, it doesn't really matter who wins or loses. What matters is what are we going to be eating today?
Well, since it's all about the food, I get the feeling that you're finally tired of your brother's lame-o nachos.
Yeah, a little bit. And I'm curious as to what you're going to be making us today.
Well, since it is all about the food, we need some really easy but tasty treats for this big game day.
Well, I'm excited.
So let's get in the kitchen and get this thing started.
All right, see you there. So, what do you have me doing here?
What do I have you, what do you think you're doing? What is that?
This is sour cream, but I'm wondering why I'm stirring it.
So Taya is stirring up the sour cream for our smoked cheddar and jack quesadillas with a fresh corn and chive crema.
Yeah.
So the crema, being our sour cream, we want to whip that up, get it nice, light, and fluffy before we mix anything else into it.
Right.
But while you're jumping a step ahead, why don't we go to our quesadillas?
All right.
So we have in the bowl here, we already shredded our cheese, and we have our smoked cheddar, that real nice bit of sharpness, but a lot of smokiness. Good
It's
stuff.
smoked cheese.
Good stuff.
And it tastes really good.
And a little bit of our Monterey Jack. Remember that, World?
Yeah, that's good.
That is good. So instead of just putting the shredded cheese into our tortilla and then heating it up, the cheese usually will wind up oozing out the sides, and it's just a big mess, and then you don't get any of the good cheese on the inside of the tortilla.
So I guess microwaving it is not a good idea.
No. But to help bind the cheese together and give our quesadilla a little bit more of a light, kind of fluffy texture, we're gonna use egg as that binder.
Okay.
So can you show them this new lovely trick you just learned on how to crack eggs?
So Chef Mike C taught me a little trick that I'm gonna live by now. Before I used to crack the egg on the side of the dish and let the egg go in, but like Mike told me, that injects shell inside the egg. So what you want to do is crack it on a hard, flat surface, like so. Let's cross your fingers on this one.
Okay. Can she? Oh, she did
hey.
it. That's one. Can we do two?
Okay,
Let's
one
put
more.
this
Oops, yeah, I'm making a mess.
It's okay. That's why you're with me.
Go. Oh, beautiful.
2 for 2. This is good. Maybe that's good luck for the game.
I think so.
So we're gonna stir that up. And can you stir it a little bit more for me?
I'm very proud of myself.
Okay. And now we're gonna take our tortilla and get one ready.
All right.
And put just a little bit of salt, and again some fresh cracked pepper. Always have some fresh cracked pepper and some salt on hand. Okay, that's all
good.
stirred around.
All right.
Beautiful, and put a good spoonful in there.
How about that?
Okay. Wow, that's plenty. That's
I'm
plenty.
getting a little excited. Sorry.
Okay. I know. So we want to make sure that it fills up about half of the tortilla, but we still have about an inch of room along the edge. So as the cheese melts, it's not going to ooze out. It will just ooze through the edge. Good one, Smarty Pants. You got it. We're going to put some fresh cilantro on the inside of here.
I like cilantro.
Yeah, and the great thing about cilantro is we can use the stem and the leaves. The stems are very nice and supple, unlike like parsley stems or basil stems. And there's actually more flavor in the stem part than there are in the leaves.
Good to know.
I'm gonna get this one folded up.
Should I do this one?
Yeah, you wanna make another one?
Not as much.
Not as much. Okay, and we'll start a stack here of those. And for the corn and chive crema, I'm gonna start working on that. So our lovely sour cream there. And we have to get some fresh corn off of the cob into there. And I don't know about y'all, but my mama, probably your mama too.
Mine too.
Used to teach me to hold it up straight and then cut down with a knife. But the problem is it tips over all the time, and we don't want fingers in this. We want corn kernels. So why don't we just leave it on its side?
Right.
Right? And then if we take our cook's knife and we cut down like that.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa! And then you turn it and you cut down. Whoa!
So you're making it look really easy.
Please. It is easy. It's as easy as macaroni and cheese, but not from the box.
Awesome.
Get rid of our cob, and we'll take our corn and put that on the inside of our crema. And can you start stirring that up, girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Bring
And
this
then
over
put
here.
good idea. Put some chive in here. Okay.
This is like a pretty presentation too. You got some bright
looks-
colors. And
Yeah, it looks really beautiful, and it's gonna have the smoothness of sour cream, but the nice crunch from our fresh corn off the cob. So a little salt again, a little fresh cracked pepper.
That's right. So we don't even need to cook the corn.
No, we don't need to pick the
Oh.
corn.
I guess saves you time. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but we're gonna need to start cooking these lovely
All
quesadillas
right.
here. And the cool thing though, I don't know about what kind of stuff that you have at your house, but you know, me being the guy, I'm really bad about decorating stuff. So I always like to have my cookware be able to set out on my stove.
Well, and this
So it
stuff's
looks
really
fun.
and it looks beautiful. I mean, I bet you could just bring this straight to the table too.
Yeah, I can bring this straight to the table, and I can actually use this and clean it really easy because it's nonstick on the inside and out, and then put it back on my stove instead of like, you know, all my crazy friends who buy 2 sets of cookware, the real nice one for a
the-
show
yeah.
and the other one for cooking in.
Doesn't make
So,
sense.
Yeah, buy 1 set of cookware. It's only smart. Okay. So the stove still looks pretty. I'm gonna
Yes.
leave that right here. And now I'm gonna start heating up our little griddle pan. Okay.
And while you do that, should I put some of this crema stuff in
Oh
here?
yes, why don't you put a little bit about crema into our little ramekin so that we can be eating that in a sec. And I'm gonna get our quesadillas here. Make sure our pan is getting nice and hot. Groovy. And I'm gonna set one on this side
Good.
and one on that side. And what we're looking for is to get them just nice and crisp brown on the outside so that we have that nice crunchy texture, and that way we know for sure too that our cheese is melted and the egg is cooked all the way through. Okay, great. So it took about a couple minutes, but check that out. Oh!
Golden brown.
Nice and golden brown. And we're gonna flip that on this side. Let's check our other one, Miss Taya. Oh, cool.
Oh, it's
and
looking
check,
good.
And check out how we flip it. I take the spatula under, and we have the open side up, and then we can flip it. If we try to flip the other way, stuff might spill out into the pan, and that would be absolutely no.
See, that's why I appreciate your little, you know, your tips. Like the egg thing, this thing, it's like saves me time. And
You know what, Taya?
Yeah.
That is why I am standing here right now today with you and you to
I'm
make
here to
sure
learn.
that your quesadillas come out perfect every time.
But you are oozing upside a little bit.
Well, you're not supposed to point that out.
Nobody's perfect.
Okay, well, that's true. Nobody is near perfect. And now that these are nice and crispy brown on both sides, we're going to 1, 2. There we go. Right onto the counter.
Yum.
And I'm gonna start cutting these up and putting them onto our platter here. And cut that in half, and our half in half.
And as you do that, I'm just gonna. Ooh.
Hey, that's not for all what is
I'm
for
sorry,
you,
it
isn't
smells so good I can't help myself.
Well, while you're stuffing your yapper,
Oh,
I'll
Mala.
let you all know that you can get this recipe along with all the other fantastic recipes at Surtron.com.
It's really good.
It is? Well, I'm gonna have one of these. So until
Uh-oh.
next time, we'll see you later.
Yum.
Have a good one.